Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about number series for first grade. COGAT, Cognitive Abilities Testing. COGAT is classified into three categories: verbal battery, non-verbal battery, and quantitative battery. Number series is one of the section in quantitative battery, which we are going to learn in this video. In number series, the question will contain an abacus tool with the last abacus rod missing, and the answer choice will have 4 abacus rods. The abacus tool in the question will have a set of rods before the missing rod, which will have a pattern. The student needs to identify this pattern and choose the rod from the answer choice to complete the pattern. Rule 1. Add 1 bead. In this example, we have an abacus with the last rod missing. You can pause this video and try to identify the pattern and find the right answer. The first rod starts with 1 bead, and then each rod after this is increasing by 1 bead. So the pattern here is add by 1 bead. As the fifth rod here has 5 beads, the sixth rod should have 5 plus 1, 6 beads. Hence, the answer should be the option D. Rule 2. Subtract 1 bead. In this example, we have an abacus with the last rod missing. You can pause this video and try to identify the pattern and find the right answer. The first rod starts with 6 beads, and then each rod after this is decreasing by 1 bead. So the pattern here is take off or subtract by 1 bead. As the fifth rod here has 2 beads, the sixth rod should have 2 minus 1, 1 bead. Hence, the answer should be an option C. Rule 3. 2 similar followed by 1 different. In this example, the first 2 rods has 2 beads each, and the third rod has 3 beads. The rods 4 and 5 have 2 beads each. So the pattern here is 1 1 2 1 1 2. Thus, as per the rule, the sixth rod should have the same number of beads as the third rod, which is 3 beads. Hence, the answer should be option D. Rule 4. Alternating patterns. In this example, the rods 2, 4 and 6 are empty. The rods 1, 3, 5 has some beads. This is a tricky question as all the rods are not following the same pattern. Hence, we need to find a different way to identify the patterns. The rods 2, 4 and 6 are empty. Let's consider that as pattern 1, which means the 8th rod should be empty. The rods 1, 3 and 5 are having beads and follows the add by 1 rule. Let's consider this as pattern 2. With this said, the even number placed rods are following pattern 1 and the odd number placed rods are following the pattern 2, which is add by 1 rule. As the missing rod is in position 7, it should follow the pattern 2. As the fifth rod is having 3 beads, the 7th rod should have 3 plus 1, 4 beads. Hence, the answer is option C. Rule 5. AX, BY, CZ. In this example, all the 5 rods have different number of beads and doesn't seem to be following a single pattern. Hence, we need to find a different way to identify the patterns. Let's try the odd or even approach. The rods 1, 3 and 5 are having 6, 5 and 4 beads respectively and follows the subtract by 1 rule. Let's consider this as pattern 1. The rods 2, 4, are having 1 and 2 beats respectively and follows the add by 1 rule. Let's consider this as pattern 2. As the missing rod is in position 6, it should follow the even number pattern, which is pattern 2, the add by 1 rule. As the 4th rod is having 2 beats, the 6th rod should have 2 plus 1, 3 beats. Hence, the answer should be option D. Thanks for watching. Please watch out for our next video, Basic Subtraction and Methods of Addition.